Should I put the light on or should I just? I don't really care. Put the light on. Hold on. This is better, right? Oh, this is better. Mind you, it's wine. Mind you, it's wine. All right. Let's get into the channel message for today. All right. I was supposed to do a channel message yesterday, but I was like, didn't feel like it. So all right, so I like to do first and foremost. Hey guys, it's Multimedia Seven here to do a channel message for you guys. I like to do a story time before we get into the channel message. I like to tell you what's been going on based on what God wanted me to see, based on experiences, because some way somehow there's a moral to the channel message, something for you guys to hear that you could resonate with. Now, so the other day. All right, let's start with this. So previously, I don't know what this theme. This theme is like dragging, like going to drag the ops. This theme about second house placements in regards to your finances, something to have to do with your possibly getting married. Excuse me. There is something about that. Like somebody didn't want you to have finances. Somebody didn't want you to make money. Somebody didn't want you working 9 to 5. Somebody didn't want you to be entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. What's entrepreneur? Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. It's entrepreneur, but something about that is significant because why did I say that entrepreneur? Now, Nor, I have a song called Nora Dior. You can find that in the American Heritage Society playlist, ambassador playlist. Um, that might be significant. When I was creating that song, producing it, there's my favorite. That's the reason why the name of the song is called Nora Dior because at the time I had a Pisces ex lover who not talking to me, but like energetically was coming up in a dream state. Energetically was trying to be up in my energy. Found out they were trying to be my energy because they were blocked on social media, but they kept like stalking my page. And then the reason why I named the song Nor Dior is because I was just freestyling, like just making the song, and I was like, ooh, I wanted to do something on the song in particular, but I didn't know if I'd be able to do it honestly. So I was just like, just try and see what happens. Um, what is that shit called? So what? All right, hold on. My favorite part of the song is reverse uno to everything I hate. Reverse uno to everything I hate. So like anything that no longer serves me, anything that will make me unhappy, anything that will make me like upset or mad or anything like that, it's like reverse uno, bitch. Make my ops drop 4. Oh shit. Yeah, just coming out naturally, bitch. Make my ops draw 4, bitch. Draw 4. Whatever the draw. Nobody likes to pick up a draw 4, especially if it's multiples of draw 4s. And then you ever see how mad somebody get when they playing Uno and then it's like the whole group just like draw 4, draw 4, draw 4, draw 4, and it's on the person who, especially if it's the person who started the shit, they be mad as fuck. Um, but in regards to divination and spiritual context, um, reversals when somebody does spell work to you or they do something malicious towards you and you do a reversal. There's different variations of how you can do a reversal, a back to sender. So it's like reverse, oh no to everything I hate. Like you try to do some hateful ass shit to me, reverse, bitch. Draw 4. How many times you try to do some bad shit, malicious intent to me? Times it by 4, bitch. So my fourth house is very significant. Your mother's side of the family, your mother. You're protected though. I'm protected. Um, but yeah, so the part of the song that God was like, just try it out and see what happens. Because my favorite part of the song was reverse uno to everything I hate. Um, and it was like, no Dior. And I did it in this like really cutesy way. I promise you, I tried to do that sound again because I was the way it was like no Dior, like the way it sounded when I produced it. I just like just in one try. I'm like, oh my gosh, can I do it again? Because it was like a it's like it was like in a like kind of like a soprano voice, and I'm just like, bitch, I can do soprano. I'm like, bitch, I can do soprano. I'm like, no, Dior, no, Dior. I kept trying to do that shit. I was like, you know what? That was just in one try, and I'm just gonna keep it there. So I just decided to name the song "No Dior." You can go listen to it on American Heritage Society ambassador playlist in the playlist section of this channel. Anywho, so something significant about that. Maybe like you were trying something. It could be a new project, new venture, scenario, and you could have been a little hesitant because you didn't know how the confirmation, you didn't know how things were gonna turn out. But God was like, just trust me, just do what you're doing, just use your discernment, and then the situation, scenario, venture, project, etc., turns out better than expected. Amen. I receive it. So that's significant. Now, what would we say something about No Dior? That's very interesting. I didn't even write anything about No Dior on my notes. But anyways, if I remember, I remember. So quick story time. So the other day, um, I had went to go do the errand. I was talking about like the theme of the previous weeks, maybe like 2 weeks or more, maybe like the last couple months actually. There was a theme of like your opposite enemy didn't want you to have finances. They don't want you to have to get married. Also, second house placement very significant. Um, your ops and your enemies also don't want you to work a 9 to 5. They just don't want you to have money, bitch. They don't want you to be own your own business. They don't want you to be an entrepreneur. They don't want you having it. And it's like draw four, bitch. Reverse uno to everything I hate. I just did a channel message the other day, and it was just like I was talking about what a basically explaining what a back to sender with your spiritual eye would look like. Because I know a lot of times people be like reversal, back to sender, and some people don't know what a reversal and a back to sender really is. A reversal and back to sender isn't just canceling out the negative intent that somebody tried to put on you. If you're praying certain prayers, if you don't want the negative intent that the enemy or opposition is trying to send to you, um, just naturally, if you're not in that energy, if you don't want that for yourself, that is not a part of you. So, hi, Landon, in the comment section. How are you? Thanks, Riley, in the comment section, saying that you love my videos. I appreciate you. God bless. But what's it called it? But yeah, in regards to reversals of back to senders, like it's always a natural reversal. That's like think about it like this: if somebody lie on you, is it the truth? No, it's not the truth. So it's gonna be a natural reversal because whatever the person lied on you about isn't the truth. It's a lie. Just like the negative intent somebody try to put on you is a lie based on negative intent. So it's like naturally you don't really have to do anything but be yourself, and the lie is gonna, be shown to be a lie. You know what I'm saying? A back to sender reversal not only, is the reversal. Thank you, Riley. My outfit is cute, ain't it? Yes. Anywho, so like, but a back to center and reversal naturally is going to, Riley in the competition. I have not tried Starbucks yet. Not yet. I have not. Now, like from the actual Starbucks brick and mortar, I have not been there yet. I really don't. It's not that I don't care to try it. It's just like it hasn't came on the top of my list of priorities. Riley R. Shoot back to sender J2U. Can you tell me what is some really good drinks to get from Starbucks, because the only Starbucks I've had is like the ones you can get at your grocery convenience store supermarket. And my favorite one, it's a white chocolate mocha. It's a white chocolate mocha. It comes in a purple bottle. It has a purple label, just like in the comments that it has a purple label on there. Oh, thank you. You said I look so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Robbie. Now, what was I about to say? Yeah, so yeah, I was just having a conversation with somebody about that the other day, and I love the response the person gave me. I was talking to somebody while they were servicing me, and it was a woman, and she was like, we was talking about drinks and competitors, especially because it's the summertime now. Like, y'all fast food establishments, y'all need to get your drinks in order because like in the summertime, we going to the place that got the best drinks. I'm not even about to even hold you. I'm not even talking about alcoholic beverages because I was talking to this woman. We was like, yeah, we was talking about the refreshers. One of my favorite drinks are refreshers. I love the refreshers from Wawa's, Dunkin' Donuts. Where's the other place? Wawa's, Dunkin' Donuts, and Taco Bell. They refreshers. She was saying somebody. We were talking about somebody else's refresher. We were just like, but like it. But it's specific drinks. It's specific refreshers. Right now, those are my top three. Then we started talking about Starbucks, and she was like, "Yeah, Starbucks is good," but she was saying it was overpriced. But she said like it's hyped, but she says not overhyped and it's not underhyped. So I was just like, all right, that's what I thought. So one day, if I ever care enough, I'll go get me a drink from Starbucks. But I don't like their logo though. I don't like Starbucks logo. I'm not even gonna hold you. You know why I don't like Starbucks logo? I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't like Starbucks logo because it looks like a crazy person. It looks like they're going like, or maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Like that's not my picture, but Anywho, I just got a good idea. Now, I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. So, anyway, so back to the story time. So the other day, that thing was going on, and I decided to go get me. All right. It was so funny because like the theme was like, "Oh, I don't want you to have money." Like the opposite enemy was sending that energy, and I'm just like, "Bitch, I don't give a fuck." But like this got to be, it got to be like an Aries embodiment feeling that way. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel like it's the Aries embodiment who's the enemy of the op that don't want you to have finances. Because in order for someone to mentally think in their mind that they possibly could ever have any control over your finances, and you don't want to give them control of your finances, they're legally not in control of your finances, etc., etc., etc. Got to be somebody who think that you supposed to work for them. Aries embodiment. Somebody who think they a boss, but they not your box. They gonna end up in a box. Somebody who think they your boss, but they not your boss. I don't know what a box got to do with anything. Anyways, so so that was the vibes the other day. So I wanted to order. I was like, you know what? I don't care. Like I was on some real like when I get to that point, and God knows, like it's like certain things. Like when I start feeling some type of way, and I'm like putting action towards it, God be like, oh, hold on, hold on. Y'all about to make this bitch mad. Like no negativity. Let me not comment to my bitch. But like, no, for real. So the other day, I already knew the energy was going like that for like the previous 2 months. I told y'all in the other message, like somebody was projecting me not to have money for like the last couple months, like or to my liking how much money I usually like to accumulate. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm over here budgeting. I'm trying to save. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what's going on. I planned a year in advance to do certain shit, but it just don't seem like I got the money to do everything the way I want to do it. I don't know what was going on. Just for me to find out after the fact, I had savings somewhere else that I forgot about. So the whole time, like, I was saving money and I had money saved over. I'm like, God, you was funny. I'm like, you must. I'm like, all right. Anywho, what's that? So yeah, so I got so I got so frustrated. I was like, somebody don't. I could feel the energy. Somebody don't want me to have money. They want me to lose money. They don't want like I was purchasing shit. Like this how I know like the enemy is just like at the end. Like I was purchasing shit while this energy didn't want me to have money. This person or whatever the case may be didn't want me to have money, hold on to money, whatever the case may be. I was purchasing shit, and even the person who didn't want me to have money, they didn't even want me to enjoy the shit I was spending money on. I'll be purchasing shit, and then I would have to throw it away, or like oh my gosh, like like let me tell you something. Goes into the story time. So I had got me. So was craving a burrito. I don't crave burritos like that. Hold the beans, bitch. Um, I was craving a burrito. I was like, I want a burrito. But I was like, I want more than one burrito. So I was trying to look for burrito deals online and stuff like that. So I'm looking for the burritos and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna order. I don't care what the enemy. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to save this money, but fuck it, I want to order a burrito. Like, I don't feel like going all the way to the store. I'm gonna just order it and they're gonna deliver it to me. I I literally put everything in the cart, find the find the exact burrito place I wanted to order from. Now I was about to order from a place I never ordered before. Usually I order like from Chipotle or other places and stuff like that. I come across Moe's Southwest. Well, I don't know. It's called Moe's. All right. Now the first time, nah, it wasn't the first time I seen Moe's, but the first time I came in contact with Moe's was when I went to Florida on a vacation trip. But I never ate there. I was just like, oh, Moe's. And then I had seen them in the suburban areas locally where I'm at. So I'm just like, all right, so it's a thing, but I've never tried it before. But I'm like, all right, they got burritos. So I was about to order from Moe's. I literally I literally pressed send, like send my delivery. That shit said the first time in my life ever doing a delivery order, trying to receive a delivery order. The first time in my life that shit was like I don't remember what the fuck that shit said. That shit made me so bad. I put everything in the cart. I had the money to get the order. It was like something like cannot send delivery or some shit like that. I said, "Oh my gosh." I'm like these hoes is hating. I'm like they mad. They don't want me to have money and they don't want me to have a burrito. Like it's not like I don't have the money to get the burrito. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, fuck it. Like almost through the phone, but I'm not doing that shit. Obviously, why would I break my own shit? That's fun fact. When I was in this my all right. So fun fact. I used to have a Virgo female friend. I had two different female friends that was Virgos, but my first female Virgo friend, I'm not friends with that person anymore. But anyways, she was a little older than me. When I was like elementary going to middle school, because she was older than me. She told me this story. I think this is when I was going to middle school. She had told me this previously. Is she had told me this story about now I don't know if you remember like back in the Soldier Boy days. Soldier Boy used to have like the toll free number. A lot of these celebrities had the toll free number. You can call them, and it really was like a voicemail, and you would hear their voice, uh, and that was a thing. Girls used to be like, "Oh my god, they talking on the phone," but really it was a pre-recorded voicemail. 877-998-212 877-393-4148. Two different stories. All right, let me start. Let me finish up the first one story I was telling. So this previous Virgo female friend of mine, um, had told me that one day she had asked to go to the bathroom, got the bathroom pass when she was in school, went to the bathroom, and it was this girl with her friends, and they were calling Chris Brown's phone number, the toll-free number where I just explained, and his voice came on the phone, and she really thought it was him, and she got so excited that she threw her phone, launched that shit, and the phone broke. It's giving some sort of scenario like, be careful what you ask for. So that's one. The 877-393-4448. When I was in middle school, also previously, when obviously when you would get in trouble, the your teacher would ask for your parents' phone number. Ironically, it's so funny because if the school system was doing what it had to do back in the day, they would have your parents' phone number. It's not that hard. All you have to do is go into the student files and find that shit. But apparently, I don't know. So whenever like people in the class get in trouble, and then give it to the teacher so they can obviously get you in trouble. So somebody I used to know of when I was in middle school was like, she got into a scenario where I guess she had gotten in trouble, and she was like, why you don't have my parents' phone number and you're asking me for my parents' phone number? All right, I got something for you. This bitch wrote 877-393-4448. Wrote that shit on the fucking paper and kept it fucking pushing. I don't think that teacher ever asked her for the fucking phone number ever again. Cause that's funny as fuck actually. Because it's just like, instead of you doing your job and going through the student files and find out where the fucking actual phone number is, you asking somebody to give it to you who don't want to get in trouble when they go back home. Like, are you done? Somebody, whether somebody was in the wrong or right of the situation, in order for someone to deem you as wrong and get you in trouble or put you in a bad predicament, they need your help to do it. What? Nobody would agree to no shit like that. Why would I agree to? And mind you, not my scenario situation, but why would I agree to have you put me in a fucked up predicament? And then it's like you don't know how certain people parents be acting. Like why would you want you want to put me in a bad predicament with my parents? You don't know my home life is like. Are you done? Possibly the reason a lot of times when these children be acting out of school, a lot of times because they have a bad living home situation. So not all the time, but stereotypically. Now back to the story time. So I wanted to order that burrito. As soon as I got that message, I had the money for the burrito and everything. It was a 2-for-1 deal at that. That shit said something like we cannot send a delivery or some shit like that. Mind you, before I even pressed send, I even looked at the time, the hours of operation for the store. They said they was open for the like the next 3 to 5 hours. So when they said they couldn't send my delivery, I'm like, man, fuck out of here with that shit. Got so mad, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own burrito. Now, I used to work in food and hospitality. I still does because I'm a caterer. But I used to work in food and hospitality for a lot of different places. And one of the places I used to work at, I learned how to make a lot of Mexican cuisine. So I know how to make burritos. I make my own Chipotle burritos when I feel like it. So I didn't work at Chipotle though. So the only thing I gotta do is like perfect the Cholula chicken if I want to. And I've done it one time, but I can do it better. It's just whether I care or not. Because it's a burrito, you just throw all them ingredients in one thing and just eat it. Like, I don't know. To me, a burrito is more satisfying than a burrito bowl. I have to be in the mood for a burrito bowl because a burrito bowl to me is just salad. A burrito bowl to me is just salad. So I rather do the burrito, and then when I feel like it, a burrito bowl, excuse me, a salad. Anywho's, so I go get the ingredients. Now, this is towards the end of the usual convenience store, grocery, supermarket day. All right, that's why I was so mad because it's like if I wanted to go purchase a burrito, I would have went to go do that. If I wanted to go make a burrito, I would have went to go do that earlier on. But because of what the time was, I was like, I'm gonna just order. I didn't feel like cooking that day, so I'm gonna just order a burrito. Soon as I was already upset because I felt the energy like somebody didn't want me to have money, and I was just like, man, fuck off with whoever don't want me to have money. I'm about to order this burrito. Fuck what you talking about. That shit said delivery. not accepted or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that shit said. I got so mad. I just said fuck it. I immediately got up. I'm like, I will buy the ingredients for the burrito and I will cook. I did not feel like cooking that day. Went to the went to the store like an hour or 30 minutes before closing of that location, and then I went to go buy the ingredients. I only had two ingredients I had to go get. I needed some pico de gallo and some cheese. At the store, did it for whatever reason they did not have any cheese. I said, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "You a Korean store don't got no cheese. This is interesting." So I'm just like, they had to stock back up. So I'm like, all right, let me go to the Mexican cuisine fast food restaurant and ask them if they can give it to me a la carte. I go there and realize, yeah, I did buy taco ingredients. Excuse me, I don't eat tacos like that unless it's Barrera. I'm like, or a wonton taco from a fucking Applebee's. That's the shit. Anywho's, I go to the place that make burritos and everything like that. After purchasing items, this been a reoccurring theme. Like I'm like, all right. I went to go get. Someone didn't want me to get the delivery order for somebody to make my burrito. Had the money for it, did not want to send me the delivery, even though the store was still functional for the next 3 to 5 hours. Then I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, fuck off with the bullshit. Let me go buy the ingredients for the burrito I didn't even want to make myself and make it at home. I get there, it's missing ingredients. There's no, they don't got cheese in that bitch. They don't got the pico de gallo I need. I don't want it too spicy, bitch, because I could have used something else. But I said no. All right, because I didn't want to do too much because I didn't want to cook in the first place that particular day. So I go to the actual fast food restaurant that cook motherfucking burritos to go get me some pico de gallo and some cheese, bitch. While I'm in that bitch, I'm like, fuck it. I don't feel like cooking this burrito, so let me just get a burrito from over here. So I ordered me my burrito, and I'm just like, it because there's no point at this point. Like I done made it all the way to another. I went to another place that I did not want to go to order a burrito when I just wanted to get it delivered from somewhere else. And the place, it was my previous 9 to 5 job that a few people didn't want me working at. God told me stop working there. God, I was having this conversation and I told you about it. Like I was telling God, I'm like, man, like you told me stop working at that 9 to 5, but like I want some more money. I don't mind, working part time. I know you don't want me to work for nobody else. And God was giving me money every time I said that prayer. But then I ended up at my previous 9 to 5 buying this food, and I'm just like, um, I'm here. Should I ask them if they're hiring? Like, I really don't want to, but I need some extra cash. It's something I need to do. Um, I like to bomb on the budget, but hey, soon as I was like, should I ask? Because the manager was there. I'm like, should I ask if they hiring? Because the way I was dressed, because mind you gotta keep in mind I was already in this I don't feel like cooking, I don't give a fuck attitude mentality. So that really was showing the way I was dressing. I looked very foreign that day. I'm a foreigner, but I looked very foreign that day. I had this on, but I had my scarf tied to the front, looking like I was holding one of these. And then like, if you know what I'm saying, then I had like my nice cardigan on that had this real long skirt on with some sandals on, my feet not done. I was looking like a wholesome woman. Like that's what I was looking like. But I get my food. As soon as I get my food, a Uber driver or I wouldn't say Uber, DoorDash, probably DoorDash, Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever delivery driver walks in and I see them. It's my ex lover. It's my ex lover who's an Aquarius. One of them. I've dated a few Aquarius since on placements previously. I've really got stories about these previous Aquarius Sunshine Placement men I previously dated. Now I think about it, like off the top of my head, I started thinking about 3 different people off the top. I'm like 3 different exes I've had, and I got a story for each. I got multiple stories for each one. Like, man, but anyway, neither here nor there. So, um, yeah. So I see my ex lover, and a big part of me, because like the messages I was doing that week, you can even go listen to those same messages. They kept saying, "Don't go back to the past. Don't go back to the past. Don't go back to the past." Now, this specific ex that I seen, like a few days before I seen him in that environment, I was so mad. I had a dream that he had a sexual disease. I ain't speak to this nigga since. I ain't speak to this nigga. Don't call him on social media or nothing. I ain't speak to this nigga since what year? Because I need you to know how random this shit was. Um, before, like, this gotta be, so I haven't seen this nigga since before 2019, bitch. Before 2019, we're in 2026. I haven't heard, seen, talked to this ex lover, this Aquarius, Sunshine Placement. I haven't talked, seen, have him on social media, nothing since 29 before 2019. Had a dream a few days ago that this nigga had a sexual disease. It was the most straightforward dream I ever had. Not, let me not say I ever had, but I've seen thus far, and I'm just like, so when he walked in and he was the delivery driver, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, my mom, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. In my mind, I'm just like, I shouldn't talk to him. Like, this nigga is sick. But I'm like, you know what? No. So the nigga see me and he look at me. He like, he do that. He do that. Like, he just looking at me like I wasn't expecting to see you here. Like, and then I guess he was focused on, like, to be honest, I ain't gonna hold you. I got offended. Mind you, in my mind, I'm just like, I shouldn't talk to this nigga. He's sick. In my mind, I had got offended because my ex lover saw me and he didn't say shit to me. I'm call you whatever you want, call it. It's just like, bitch, you gonna respect me. Like, you see me, I'm your ex lover, say something, bitch. But you don't, not, to be honest, it probably was good if he didn't say anything. Because in my mind, I was thinking I didn't want him to say nothing to me anyways. So he went like this. And then he went on his phone because he was a delivery driver, whatever the case may be. I just got my order, so he had came in there, and it seemed like he didn't want to talk to me. So I'm feeling offended, but I'm just like, whatever. Then I'm like, fuck it. Like, fuck off with that shit. I'm like, what, you surprised to see me or something? And he was just like, actually, yeah. Like, he said, after he said, actually, yeah, I'm like, all right. So basically, everything in my discernment tell me is correct. So I was like, all right, so that's it. I started trying to leave. Now this nigga want to hold a conversation. Now nigga want to hold a conversation, talking about, like, I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about. I was leaving. I left while he was talking to me. I left, and this nigga's like, he trying to get his order confirmation for a delivery driver while talking to me. I'm leaving and shit. That nigga, that crazy ex lover, I needed to date him previously. I needed to date him previously. I'm gonna tell you why. I never knew why some people would be going, like, I didn't necessarily go crazy while I was dating him, but like, I need to see that type of characteristic in a man. Like, this nigga had, like, he's not the most handsomest, but like, he's adorable to a certain extent. And but this nigga, like, this nigga got a hazmat tattoo on his face. Let's start there. So I should use my discernment to know, like, yeah, caution. That nigga talks like, the way that nigga voice sound, and when he's talking, you would think this nigga is the voiceover for the National Geographic channel. This nigga sounds so motherfucking proper. If you never seen this nigga, didn't know he had a hazmat tattoo on the fucking side of his face, big as fuck, by the way. If you never seen this nigga in your life and you was calling customer service somewhere, you would think this is about, like, the most nicest guy in the world. The nigga's the most manipulative person I have came in contact with. Like, this nigga will smile in your face and blatantly lie, and you will not know unless you truly know that person. Like, I needed to come in contact with a person like that. I remember when I was dating him, we was laid up cuddling in the bed. His phone started ringing. He answered it while I was on and put it on speaker. It was some bitch. Some bitch was like, excuse my language. Some female was like, you got talking to my ex lover previously. That when I was dating him, call his phone. He put it on speaker. He's like, the girl was talking about, oh, you had got me pregnant, and what we about to do about this and this and third. This nigga said, I didn't get you pregnant. He said that shit so calm. I didn't get you pregnant. I looked at him like, what the actual fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? And then he hung up on her. That nigga was also a thief. I'm not gonna put all his business on there. I'm gonna tell you just one story because, like, I can tell this story because the other story I can't really tell you on this internet. The other story, when he was working a 9 to 5, now it's so ironic. When I was dating this ex, I was working multiple jobs, multiple 9 to 5s. I worked at UPS. I worked in fast food and hospitality. I think I had 2 jobs at the time, 2 to 3 jobs. I think for the most part, I was working at UPS at the time, and I had just started working there, some shit like that. So, and I was working like part time. I was not working full time, bitch. Fuck no. So like this nigga, like I would like go cash my check from UPS, and I would go see my nigga at the time. And I remember one day, I guess I had my money in my pocket after I cashed it, or whatever the case may be, and like he put his whole hand in my pocket trying to like see how much money I had. And he was counting it and stuff like that, and it was like my training week money. And he was like, "You not getting no money? Like, what is this? Just how much you make for your job?" I work. He was talking about how he worked 10-hour shifts, working in a freezer, bitch. Like we talking about how he worked 10-hour shifts. And he tried to embarrass me, low key, and I was just like, "Let me show you how God. Let me show you how God be in situation because like karma then boom back on this nigga." Nigga was bragging to me how he was working 10 hours. He was trying to make funny. He was trying to make funny. It is funny what happened. He was trying to make fun of me and my training hours and my part time money that I received. I just cashed my check for. Meanwhile, this nigga worked a 10-hour shifts in the freezer, but like still had to do street shit to get money because y'all know I used to date them hoodlums. Anywho's used to. So right after that scenario, one day I'm just doing errands. It was warm. It had to be like close to the summertime or something like that. It was very nice outside. I'm doing errands. It's a good day. My ex previously back then had called my phone. He said, "Man, listen, I'm on." He said he's on his way down south. Could you imagine you dating somebody and they on their way down south like at the moment? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, how the fuck my whole nigga talking about he got a 9 to 5. He has a work schedule. I already learned his schedule, everything like that. I know what days I would go over his house previously. What do you mean you go on your way down south? He said he was gonna tell me about it later, but he said he just had to get low. I'm like, all right, no questions. I ain't gonna ask you no questions because whatever you did, you probably did that shit. So let me mind my business. Now, the way I had previously met that ex lover, the Aquarius that's I placement, he was introduced to me by that previous Sagittarius friend that I'm no longer friends with. Bullshit ass bitch. No shade. So she had called my phone. The Sagittarius had previously called my phone and was like, because she used to work at the same 10-hour job um that my ex lover was working at. She called me and told me what the fuck this nigga did. She told me that nigga went to work one day, didn't clock in, went into the locker room, took somebody's, I forgot what shoes it was, but like it was like more than $1,000 like worth of shoes. Just one shoe itself. I don't know if it was Balenciaga. I think they were Balenciagas or something like that. When they first had just came out and they were very popular. He stole somebody Balenciagas at his job, stole some other shit from other people's lockers. Um, and niggas instantly knew it was him. I don't know what happened that niggas instantly knew it was him and they was looking for him. So he caught a motherfucking bus down south same day. And as he was on the bus, he had called me. Then if that wasn't embarrassing enough, because that nigga would not be able to go back to that job because all them niggas knew that he stole from him. He stole multiple shit instead, including Balenciagas when they first had came out, like the actual Balenciagas, not like the other name brand, not like the other sneaker name brand, like the actual Balenciagas. Niggas was looking for him, so he went down south. When he went down south, I don't really remember if he knew the person or he met the person. It was one of his bros. He said it was his brother. I don't know him to have another sibling. It was one of his bros that was from down south. He went to that nigga house and basically, I think that nigga stole money from him, a couple $100 to his name that he had, and I think that nigga was, and then that same nigga that was his bro was about to set him up to unalive him, and he found out after the money was stolen. Um, After the money was stolen, he found out because I think the way the plan was for them to steal the money, go get some tools or some shit like that. That's all I'm gonna say. Then come back to where they left him at because he ain't know nobody else out there, and they was gonna come back and unalive him, so he wouldn't go tell nobody or retaliate. The nigga found out that they stole the money before the plan could like come to fruition of them trying to unalive him, and then he got on a bus back to the north. Whole time I'm just looking at that nigga like, mm. Like I know when a relationship be like over previously I would always know when a relationship was over because they would do something to me that I wouldn't like, and then they would come back and tell me some horrendous shit going on with them, and I'd just be like, I wouldn't care or nothing. I'd just be like, really? Wow, tell me more. Like, so just to let the karma get out, and then I probably leave them after that because the karma had been rendered. Unless God had some other plans. Anywho's, hashtag no going back to the past. Your ex is sick. Like I previously had, like, I think I talked about it in other message, but like I had a 2D Dreamcatcher message the other like the couple of days before I had seen that ex lover, when I was getting the burritos. That like I'm gonna tell you, I'm explaining to you what the dream was. In the dream, bitch, it was very quick, almost like to like a vision. It was very quick. It was straightforward to the point. In the dream, I was going into this room. In the 2D dream catching messages, I was going into this room, point of view, the point of view dream. Going to a room. It was an all white room at that. So I already was like side eyeing, bombastic side eye, like in my mind asking God like, what the fuck going on? DBBB shoot back to center PB3LW in the comment section. What up? Talking about happy Saturday. Yes, yes, yes. Just giving karma. While I'm receiving good karma, while my supporters are receiving good karma, our enemies are receiving basically. But yeah, so like in the 2D catcher message, basically I was going to this like all white room somewhere. It wasn't specified what kind of room it was. I felt like it was a hospital because kind of like how what it was giving. So I went into the room and there was a man that was directly right behind me trying to get in the room right behind me, but it didn't seem like I even my discernment in the dream, how I was feeling in the dream was like I don't like that this nigga's like directly behind me. Like it wasn't like he was walking in the door with me. It's not like I knew this person for real for real. It was given like this nigga like, oh, she's going in the room by herself. Let me hurry up and get behind her and do something weird. Like, so I went on one side of the room. I went on the right side of the room. That nigga went to the left side of the room after entering, and there was like this window there. You know, like when you go to the doctor's office and they have like them windows and stuff like that. So it was a window there, and he was standing by the window. He was at the corner of the room. Let's let's just let's just talk about what I seen thus far before I say what I got to say. So it's already given hospital, doctor's office, your health, safe house placement, very significant. Somebody was trying to do some shit. A man, it could be a Leo, a Aries, an entertainer that was trying to do some shit in regards to your health. Somebody was trying to affect your health, all right, in a sneaky kind of way. You're in the right of the situation. I'm in the right of the situation. You That person could have had to leave you, or you left that person right in time. Because in the dream, that nigga went to the left side of the room by the window. Now, windows in the dream state is symbolic of social media. You could have this person on social media, or this person unfollowed you, or you're no longer connected to them on social media, something like that. Something. You guys got separated some way, somehow. He was in the corner of the room, and then this Latino woman. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that shit. All right, I'm explaining it. Then this Latino woman, she was very vivacious. She was tall because my ex is kind of short, even shorter than me in a sense. Well, around my height, short, pudgy. But like this Latino woman was tall. She was tall and very vivacious. I guess she was like the nurse or the doctor, whatever the case may be. She go in the room and she goes straight to my ex lover in the dream to this Aquarius sun sign placement where he was standing by the window at the corner of the room. It's like he was on timeout or some shit, bitch. Like he didn't did some shit. He on timeout. She go to the corner room and she had these papers, and she started telling him what's on the papers. And I don't know what my ex lover had did, but then the Latino woman then went to the middle of that white room, sat down in a chair, and then was belligerent, speaking in Spanish, and was going the fuck off like she was mad. So say all this to say, from the 2D catching message, what really was going on is you left a situation predictably predictably. Oh, your ex lover might have to get their dick pricked, bitch. They wanted to show you their dick print, and they had to get dick pricked. They could have prickly dick right now. All right? I skipped over a whole part. So basically, what happened was, we got skipped the whole part in the dream 2D catcher message. So basically, when I went into that white room that looked like a doctor's office, that man was sneakily, my ex lover was the Aquarius was trying to sneak his way into the doctor's office with me. Somebody was trying to attach themselves energy harvest off of your good health. Let's start there. It could be an entertainer, could be a Leo, could be an Aries, could be Aquarius. To confirmation. So was trying to sneak and do something. So when he walked up to before he went to that left side of the room and was in that corner by that window. He approached me. He had a white shirt on. He pulled up his white shirt and he had a whole bunch of, I don't know if it was it looked like it was like herpes or genital warts or some shit going on. God forbid on my life. And I looked at that shit and it was just like, ew. And so the nigga went to the left side of the room. He left. I had this ex lover who like would say, I had a conversation with him and I just found something out today. I just my Virgo ex lover, right? He told me that he had his ex, we was having a conversation. We was having a random conversation and he randomly was like his ex lover has herpes. I remember thinking to myself, like, how did you find out about that information if that's your ex? Because that made me feel like, God forbid feel like, but like that made me think like, do you have herpes, nigga? Like the fuck? What made you say some shit like that? To be honest, the way I looked at the situation with my Virgo ex was when he had said that his ex girlfriend had herpes. I looked at it as because like of the shit I know he had going on in the background. I felt like it was an intimidation tactic. He was saying like he was gonna like do spiritual work to try to give me herpes if I ever left him type shit. God forbid. See, that shit did not work out. Anywho's, anywho's. But yeah, so you could have used your spiritual discernment not to have sex with someone. It could be your ex lover. It could be an Aquarius sun sign placement. Or you could decide not to fuck with somebody who's Aquarius sun sign placement. That person is either physically has a sexual disease on their genitalia, or they have a spiritual disease. So you decide not to fuck with that person. That person had to leave you. You had to leave that person something. There was a separation. All glory be to God for that separation, because that person came in contact with somebody else, and they really they could have infected another person. The person could be of Spanish descent, Latino descent, and they infected that person, and they are mad. They are angry because not only did your ex lover or that person infect that Latino woman, they left that person also right after they did that shit. This person, this Latino woman could have went to go confront your ex lover or somebody who wanted to sex you previously, and use the one that you do use your discernment not to fuck with or fuck on. And what happened was, um, they could have tried to confront that ex lover of yours after finding out they had been infected by them, and they. You ever seen that meme with that guy? He just go like and disappears. Yo, that's what your ex lover did. That Latino lady is a mad bitch. Mad bitch. Mad as fuck. You dodged the bullet. Amen. I receive it. And then you're in your good energy. You're healthy. You're good. And your ex lover might come across your social media or see you in person, and they is sick. They're like, dang. I dang. They looking real good right now. Dang. Girl, dang. It's something about your beauty that's very significant. All right, let's get into the channel message. We have made it to 50 minutes into the channel message, 10 minutes before an hour. It's been about an hour into the channel message. Let's get into it. So, the channel message topic is in regards of lust. In regards of lust. For the zodiac signs of Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Aries, and Libra. Your channel message is lust. All right. The story time has something to do with the scenario situation. All right. Lust, and I wrote in parentheses because falling in love fast. Your ex could be lovesick over you. Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, and Aries. Something about lust and falling in love fast. All right. Be wary of. This is just me saying this, but like, be wary of being sexually active with someone and thinking you're falling in love, but it's really just because of lust. Message on the top of the deck in reverse. Communication develops in reverse. Don't talk to somebody. Don't talk to your ex. There's an Aquarius sun sign placement. Don't talk to them. No going back to the past. They are sick. They are spiritually sick or they're physically sick. God wants you to know that. God, what does Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, and Aries, and Libra need to know about lust, falling in love fast? Something about Aries. Something about Aries. This could be an Aries zodiac sign. This could be about you being a boss, owning a business. This could have something to do about someone gossiping. This person is not in a relationship, and if they are in a relationship, that relationship is terrible, bitch. They're not receiving love in this scenario situation. You might don't talk to somebody. Ooh, they're not receiving love. They're losing luck. Something about possibly like in regards to them parenting, and you're looking too good. Somebody's not talking to a parental figure at this time. They possibly don't love them, because they have not been receiving love. There's no partnership in regards to the dynamic. This person talk to because they're losing their finances. What the fuck? What else? Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Aries, and Libra. In regards to lust, because of falling in love fast. What is going on? In reverse, luck and protection in reverse. Yes, something. Just don't talk to somebody from your past. It could be an Aquarius or an Aries. Libra, Aries. Hold up, Libra, Aries. Polar opposites. Hold up, Libra, Aries. Someone is going through judgment right now for either gossiping on you. It could be affecting their finances, their business. This is what they could have wanted to happen to you. There's something about the judicial system that's very significant. Someone could have lost a court case. They're lacking protection right now. They are not lucky. You're going to hear some communication about this. God's saying, do not talk to this previous ex-lover or person in regards to whatever the fuck I just said. Something about an Aries and a Libra. Sagittarius, very significant. Zodiac and prominent placements. Aquarius also. You're going to hear something about what's going on with the person, but God don't want you to talk to them. Could be something about at this person's workplace. Oh my gosh. This wanted to. Hold on. Right on the money. This person could have lied on you, told two lies, manipulated two situations in regards to you. They didn't want you to know two things that are going on or have happened. This person is not like budgeting in regards to their business or endeavor. They're not budgeting anything like that. This could be a result of why they're losing finances, because like they're investing into something that's making them lose money at this time. Aquarius, Capricorn. Something about prediction of a father figure. Something about an Aquarius father figure. A celebrity in the industry, very significant. They're not feeling beautiful right now. There's certainly not beautiful things happening to this person right now. And they're unaware that this is happening right now to them. House of Work for Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Libra, who's not going through that. Spiritual manifest the physical. Cha-ching, money comes to me easily. Amen. I receive it. So while they're losing money, they're losing something about an accident. They did something by accident. This is why they're losing their finances. Something about a Taurus that's unbalanced. And this could be a married person. This though. Matter of fact, let me. Scorpio, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Libra, lust, falling in love because of falling in love fast. What do you need to know? Oof. This person is not protected. If they were a part of a group, they were kicked out. Their career not looking so good. Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus. Capricorn, a father figure, someone in your career field. Um, this could be a prediction in regard to a married person, a father figure who's married, a Taurus father figure, Aquarius father figure. Anything else? Anything else? They are not thinking God this time. They are not of God. They're going through some unjust shit that they could have possibly caused themselves. They are not feeling blessed. Ooh, there's a parallel to this message. They are losing a lot of money. Fortune in reverse. The opposite enemy is losing so much money. This card came out again, and oh my gosh. Just leave the message right here. Um, just to reiterate, the person going through this sun sign prominent placements, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus. A father figure, somebody from your career field who could be Aquarius or a Taurus, or a figure who's married that could be a Taurus or an Aquarius or a Capricorn. That's the message.